Good day, respected colleges, fellow researchers, the speakers and participants. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me today. I'm Aplonia Nelsi Helomi. I'm from Widya Mandiri Catholic University, Kupang, Indonesia. Today I'm excited to share my insight from my research. But first of all, let me share my screen to you. All right, so my research is entitled Photo Storytelling of Celt Amarasi Folklore, a strategy to enhance English speaking skills to young learners. So, in this kind of religion with limited access to modern and digital resources, traditional methods often dominate the educational landscape. So this research focuses on integrating local folklore, local content, authentic material into language learning to overcome the research limitations. Based on this research title, you can see some of the key terms related to the research. The first one is English for young learners. And the second one is South Amarasi Folklore. The third one is speaking skill. And the fourth one, which is the highlight of the research, is photo storytelling. Now, to um, to highlight the concerns of my research, I provide some of the statement here. The first one is English for young learners. It has been proven by many kinds of research that young learners have the ability to acquire and learn foreign language faster than adults or even those who study it or learn it after puberty. But then it will be also influenced by the resource exposure and also the existence of English lesson in the school. As we know that in Indonesia, English is not considered again as a mandatory subject. Some elementary school have English lesson, but it's like content subject or local content or extra subjects. While modern world today acquire the ability to communicate with English, basically also in speaking. And English lessons in elementary level and in rural areas especially is highly suggested by the researchers. For example, Kula in 2021 um, who suggests that more research on teaching young learners in rural area to be conducted into the practice of English in Indonesian elementary schools. And also the integrating of local culture in English language learning. It's very beneficial and because it produces an engaging and entertaining as well as stronger link between the students, the learning, and their environment. Coming to the research questions, there are three research questions. Sorry. The first one is about the impact. The second one is about the factors influencing the students, specifically learning English. And then the third one is about how the teachers view the teaching in the area and then the impact of integrating folklore into English learning. Now, this one slides for the introductions of Sahrayan. Sahrayan is located in the southernmost part of the Amarasi district, Timor Island in Nusa Tenggara, Indonesia, and spans for about 45 kilometers from Kupang as the capital city of the province. So it belongs to one of the rural areas in Indonesia, particularly in East Nusa Tenggara. And then, yeah, working as the fishermen and farmers are mostly the natives or the residents of the area. Literature review in the paper, I highlight specifically about practical English teaching and speaking for your learners. It's essential. Everyone's talking about that, and we need to be careful in handling the children because they need uh, they need specific and creative and unique treatment comparing to the adult learners. So in this research, I specifically mentioned about PPP method, presentation, practice, and production method. And based on the previous studies, it has been proven that this method is usually used for teaching speaking skills for young learners in language learning. And it has three phases: presentation phase, practice phase, and production phase. And also in the literature review, I highlight the integrations of local culture based on the previous studies into the language learning. Methodology. This is qualitative research supplemented by descriptive statistics data to see or to investigate the, the effectiveness of folklore-based photo storytelling in enhancing students' speaking skill or young learners' speaking skills, including 30 young learners ages 9 to 12 years old, situated or lived in Sahrain village. They are elementary sorry, there are elementary school students, but we did the research in two different locations. The first one is Rumah Singgah Sore, which is a non-formal education place or setting, and then Sahrain Elementary School as representing the formal education setting. And this is procedure. Of course, there are some procedures has to be done. The first one is story uh, story story investigations. So we did preliminary research gathering the stories that really authentic from the village. So we got Hot Esuk and the legend of Sarayan village. It they haven't published anywhere. We really did. I really got it from the residents in the village. And then teaching session and pretest and post-test also to see the progress of the students and also classroom observation and teachers interview. Findings and discussion. We highlight the first one. We highlight the learning process situated or happened in the two educational settings, Rumah Singgah Sore and also Saran Elementary Schools. So the reason is we are trying to make you feel or make you can to bring you into the learning process we did in the two different settings, and then also explaining how we conducted the learning process using PPP and also photo storytelling techniques. Oh, in Singasore, we use Fort Esuk story, while in elementary school of Sahrain, we used the legend of Sahrain village as the folklore. Based on the pretest and post-test, it can be seen there is progress in each educational settings. And it can be seen that in Rumah Singgah Sore has it has higher progress, yeah, in speaking skill. For your information, we did analyze the speaking skill based on the two general speaking aspects, fluency and accuracy. For accuracy, we focused on the pronunciation, while for the fluency, we focused on smoothness, speed, and confidence, the level of confidence of the students. Yeah. We also categorize the students into some levels inadequate to excellent. And based on the post and pre-test results from a single Sore and also Sahara in elementary school has improvements. Yeah. From a single Sore has improvements, particularly on the smoothness of the students speak and also the pronunciation, while the Saran Elementary School has the progress particularly on the confident and then the pronunciation. Some of the students still remained in lower categories, but they did progress. They did have progress, so we appreciate them also. Yeah, it's all right. It's about the comparative analysis. You can see on my in my paper later on. This one is about the factors influencing the students' progress and also the teaching, the quality of teaching there. So we analyzed it, we presented based on also the classroom observation and the teacher interview. So we highlight the educational priority and exposure, which is very limited, and also insufficient in its foundation of the students. Particularly, they couldn't even um, express the simplest expressions in English, like greetings, good morning, good afternoon, and even saying names, introduce yourself is are are challenging for them. And then basically the students have reluctance to speak. Well, it can be because hardly can be seen the exposure of English in the learning process. So we can we can we can say that. But we found that the relaxed and interactive environments reduce anxiety and increase the students' participation. And we also found some difficulties faced by the teachers there regarding the financial constraints and also the limited resources. And of course, the limited authentic materials. Regarding to classroom dynamics and students' engagement, we found better improvements, particularly in confidence and pronunciations of the students. And the students show progress in the engagement. So yeah, I guess it is supported by the interactive and the creative learning pedagogical tool like photo storytelling. Understanding the local folklore. So, for your information, the students who live in Sahrain village did not even know the stories of Al Esuk and a legend of Sahrain, which are coming from their own village. Yeah, they were unfamiliar with the folk, but they do know where is the Fault Esu. Fault Esu meaning stones. The stones, a large stone in the village. So they know where is it, but they didn't know the stories behind the place. Personal connection to local stories. When they know that, they finally realize that the story it heightened their interest and participation at both learning sides. So, based on our research findings and discussion, we conclude that it's beneficial to integrate local content in English lesson with, of course, with culturally relevant materials because it contribute the progress, the contextual, the authentic learning progress. While we also highlight our limitation, sample size, yeah, limited to educational settings, and then short-term focus, and also cultural context, yeah, the specific context. Bahrain village, South Amarasi may not be applied to all learners from different settings and cultures, yeah, and then also resource constraints. We did not even use any kind of uh, technological, learning tools because the resources there, the electricity, signals of internet, and so forth, hindered us. So yeah, we did the best of us, but we acknowledge the resource constraints, and we appreciate also the students and the teachers living there with the many kinds of limitation. So based on our research, we would like to give suggestions to expand sample size for the future researchers and also investigate the long-term effects as well as the use of the technology, modern advanced technology to enhance the effectiveness of folklore based to language education. We combine the traditional content with the technological modern media of learning. So final words is from us is integrating local folklore into English learning is an effective way to improve language skills and promote cultural understanding, creating engaging and meaningful learning process. So that's all from us. Thank you very much for appreciating our paper and listening to our presentation. We're looking forward to hear comments, suggestions, and even questions for the betterment of our research and papers. Thank you very much, and see you again.